It's day 3 of the war in West Asia, and as expected, there is no let-up. If Israel and the US were hoping for a shock-and-awe victory, they were wrong. Iran's regime has recovered from the first day's onslaught. Now they are widening the war. Saudi oil refineries are being bombed. US tankers are being hit. Israeli cities are being peppered. It's the ultimate test of resilience and firepower. Let's look at the top updates from today. Saudi Arabia's biggest oil refinery has been shut. That's the Aramco's Ras Tanura facility on the Persian Gulf. This refinery complex has been targeted by Iranian drones. Saudi military says they intercepted the drones, but perhaps the impact of the falling debris was significant because pictures showed a massive cloud of smoke. Take a look.
لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك.
Ras Tanura produces around 500,000 barrels of oil per day. It is also a key export terminal for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, so the shutdown is quite significant. Kuwait was another key battleground today. 3 US aircraft were shot down by friendly fire in Kuwait. Even the US embassy in Kuwait was hit. Explosions were also heard in Dubai, Abu Dhabi and Doha. It is clear that Iran is not just hitting American bases, they're also targeting other strategic locations like data centers, airports and seaports. Today marked the 10th wave of Iranian strikes. The regime is firing a cocktail of ballistic missiles and drones. Their goal is to overwhelm and exhaust the enemy air defenses. Some of their missiles got through today. One of them slammed into Beersheba in southern Israel. Missiles also targeted Jerusalem, Tel Aviv and Haifa. Iran claims even Benjamin Netanyahu's office was targeted, the Israeli Prime Minister's office. And it's not just Iran. Overnight, Hezbollah also joined the fight. The Lebanese group had stayed out of the war until now, but Ayatollah Khamenei's death has forced them to join. Hezbollah fired rockets at Israeli sites. Most of them were intercepted by the Iron Dome. And in response, Israel bombed deep inside Beirut. Some top Hezbollah leaders were taken out. The strikes on Iran also continue. Israel and the US are working in tandem to take out Iran's capabilities, mainly their air defenses and their missiles. Israel has released footage of an attack on Iran's defense system. You can see Iranian soldiers trying to activate the missiles, but on cue, the bombs dropped. Same on the offensive side. Both Israel and the US are hunting for Iranian missiles and launchers. Like yesterday, fighter jets are also being blown up on the tarmac. Take a look. The idea here is to defang Iran, to weaken and destroy their offensive capabilities. And how long would that take? The U.S. Defense Department briefed the media today. The top U.S. general says Washington has achieved air superiority over Iran, meaning their jets and drones can fly without challenge.
The combined impact of these strikes, swift, precise, and overwhelming, has resulted in the establishment of local air superiority. This air superiority will not only enhance the protection of our forces, but also allow them to continue the work over Iran.
U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth also gave a statement. He says, this will not be an endless war like Iraq, nor will it be a regime change or nation-building war. In fact, Hegseth confirmed that the U.S. is not focusing on democracy in Iran. He says the goal is to win at all costs. So what does victory look like? Well, Pete Hegseth repeated what Donald Trump said on Saturday, that Iran's missiles, its navy, and its nuclear program must be wiped out.
This is not Iraq. This is not endless. I was there for both. Our generation knows better, and so does this president. He called the last 20 years of nation-building wars dumb, and he's right. This is the opposite. This operation is a clear, devastating, decisive mission. Destroy the missile threat, destroy the Navy, no nukes.
He may say this is not about regime change, but his president is certainly talking about it. We'll tell you more about that later. The U.S. military, as we can see it, is projecting confidence. But insider scoops tell a different story. Reports say the mood at the Pentagon is tense. There are concerns over the depleting air defense stockpiles. It often takes multiple interceptors to shoot down a single missile. So if this continues for a long time, the U.S. stockpile may be strained. And Iran is prepared for that. Look at what their security chief is saying. I'm quoting, Iran, unlike the United States, has prepared itself for a long war. We will fiercely defend ourselves and our 6,000-year-old civilization, regardless of the costs. That last part will worry Washington. Iran says it does not care about the cost of its attack, and that is true. Iran has been attacking the Gulf states relentlessly. They're hitting oil facilities and tankers, so their thinking is quite clear. Raise the stakes for America and its partners, even if that means permanently burning bridges to the Gulf. It's a risky strategy, but one that the regime is betting on.
Power doesn't end quietly.